John, were you confident you'll get that same effort you got against Adelaide tomorrow?
Well, obviously that's the challenge going forward, and we know that good teams give that effort consistently. So, yeah, the boys have trained really well this week, coming off the bye, had a really good spell and rejuvenated. So we're hopeful we get that.
Do you do something different with Bryce Gibbs coming back from injury this week?
Oh, look, Bryce is a quality player. He's very good in the contest, and I'm sure he'll be very good in the contest tomorrow.
He had an excellent year last year, but you sort of changed things up for him a little bit, just give him a bit more licence to do a few different things.
Well, he's obviously missed, 3 or 4 weeks now. He came out of the pre-season with a slight injury and probably hadn't hit that same form. I think that's what you're talking about. So yeah, we're hopefully he can grow back into the same form that he was in last year.
Life after Juddy, what's it going to be like for the players? And yeah, has it been different at all? Or?
Well, he's a larger than life figure, as you know, and he's a great champion of the game and our club. Obviously, we're going to miss his experience and his professionalism and the standard he sets, but we're keen for young guys to step up into the breach in regards to those standards, and it just gives opportunity.
Who are you really looking for there? Who's got the opportunity now to really make a name?
Well, we've got some really good young kids that are playing at the moment. So, you know, Patrick Cripps has been doing a really good job. Nick Graham's getting a great opportunity. We've got Dylan Buckley coming off the back line. Troy Menzel will keep playing good footy, we're sure. So all those guys just get to stay in the team and be part of the team as long as they keep playing the way we ask.
Chris Yarran coming back this week, does he really need to show in the second half of the year that he really wants to be a Carlton player long term?
There's never been any question about whether Chris wants to be a Carlton player long term. He's a quality player. He played really well in the VFL, gave effort. What we stand for, he delivered on, and we expect him to do that again tomorrow. Chris, you'd have to ask him that, but he does smile quite a bit, and I enjoy guys that are happy, because happy footballers are good footballers.
How'd you enjoy the bye? Obviously, 2 games as senior coach. Good chance to freshen up.
Look, I had a bit of work to do. Obviously, it's been a pretty solid couple of weeks, but I'm keen to get back in the footy.
Have you enjoyed it so far?
Look, it's been a good experience. Oh, you know, there's no doubt about that. Enjoying the role, yes I am, but a lot of work to do.
From a mental standpoint at least, do you draw a line through the first half of the season and perhaps go again to really refresh your players?
Yeah, I think we have to. We've got to talk about what we do now and what we do going forward that helps us be and become a better team.
Just with Chris, I guess a lot of people look at him and think he's one of those players that's got some sort of trade currency and trade value at the end of the season, but from what you're saying, he's an important part of this club going forward. Absolutely,
Chris Yarran's an important part of this club going forward. Like everybody, as long as they stand for what we stand for, they're important to us, and he's definitely important to us.
You mentioned Patrick Cripps before, just as one of your really shining lights this year. I mean, how impressive is he as a second-year player from what you're saying? How highly do you rate this kid?
His football abilities is on show, but what you don't see is what he does around the club. He's a pro, he's got great character, and you know, he's the type of kid that's learnt off the likes of Chris Judd and Cade Simpson in terms of how they prepare and the standards you need to meet to play really good AFL football.
Does the break away from playing allow you to change things up a little bit, or would you just try and reinforce some of the things that you'd already put in place?
Yeah, look, in season it's hard to change things dramatically. We're keen to change things and learn some things going forward. Obviously the boys had a bit of a spell, but as I said before, the effort needs to be at standard, and from there we can grow what we do and grow our game plan.
I think Port are pretty gettable at the moment. They don't seem to be the side they were maybe even 12 months ago.
Port Adelaide's a very well coached and drilled team. They ran Hawthorn to within an inch in a preliminary final. We're under no illusions of how good a football team they are, and they might have been a little bit off last week, but I think that will only spur them to be very good tomorrow.
Have you had any contact from the coaching subcommittee, John?
Sorry?
Have you had any contact from the coaching subcommittee? Like in terms of you're going to talk to this coaching subcommittee at some stage?
The coaching panel? Yeah, no, I haven't had any contact from them, and all I do is just reiterate what I said a couple of weeks ago. My priorities are with the Carlton Footy Club and the team at the moment, and they'll remain that for the near future.
What's the focus against Port? What do you have to do really well?
Well, there's a lot of things you've got to do well. They've got a great midfield. They've got a very good forward line. If they get it into them with some sort of quality, we know we're gonna have a real fight in our hands. So we've got to be smart with the way we restrict them and apply pressure to them, and then when we get opportunities, we've obviously got to take them.
How far away was Michael Jameson, John?
Look, he's playing on the weekend, but he's had nearly 2 months off, so we've got to be really smart and look after him, make sure he gets some good game time in the VFL and gives him his best opportunity to play with us sooner rather than later.
As a Carlton person, do you have any concerns that Lockie Henderson won't be at the club next year?
No, not really. He's just starting to play some good footy. He had a couple of little injuries this year and he's just started to play some good footy for us, and we're very hopeful that his mindset is about Carlton Football Club now and going forward.